For Halischuk. Halischuk gets a stick on it and carries it to open ice left side. Halischuk with Vitarelli over the line, takes the shot, didn't miss by much far side, but he was hammered. And now Lehman wants a piece of Carcillo for nailing Halischuk. It'll be Lehman and Carcillo. Down go the helmets. Carcillo and Lehman. Levine's got to get out of the way. Carcillo's going to back right over top. Carcillo catches Lehman with his first shot, catches him with another one, and then gets on top of the injured Halischuk and throws another punch. And there's a lot of blood on the ice right now. And that one is coming from, I think, I don't know if that's Lehman or Halischuk that it's coming from.
I think it's Halischuk. I can't tell, but
I don't know. It's coming from Halischuk.
I don't know if that pool of blood was there prior hand, and it was a dangerous situation, Dan, because you had Carcillo backing up, and one of the linesmen actually should have got in there a heck of a lot earlier to steer him away from the injured St. Mike's Major.
So Carcillo now is actually just seeing for the first time the blood on the ice. I don't think he had any realization as to just what had happened out there. Things happen so quick. And we've had no look at the nose, it looks like, as now it's Halischuk being helped up.
Well, if it's a bloody schnoz, that's as much as he can be fortunate for, as we see it here again. But again, Dan, it should have been a situation where the linesman should have got in there, seen Carcillo back up and up and up, and
well, that's a head-high shot with the stick in the face. I mean, that's a high stick. That should be a 5-minute in a game misconduct. There shouldn't be any argument about that. There's blood all over the ice. And he is done for the day. Carcillo, his stay short for the Ice Dogs, and I don't know how he could even think of arguing it.
No.
And good to see that Halischuk is up and on his own strength, leaving the ice. Carcillo and Greg Gilbert as well, when he gets a look at this tape, they'll see that the evidence is pretty clear that there was no other call to be made. 9:27 left in the first, so the 5-minute major goes on the board. 2 minutes against Lehman for roughing. 1:05 remained in Cody Bass's extra 2. But Lehman will get the 2 minutes for instigating, would he not?
Yeah.
So Lehman is done with 9:27 remaining on the clock here in the first. He goes to the room.
Major's power play regardless, but again, it was lucky that Halischuk ends up with nothing more than a bloody nose or a cut lip.
5 for elbowing. 10-minute misconduct for Lehman. 5-minute for elbowing. 5 for fighting in a game misconduct going out to Carcillo. So Lehman with the 10-minute misconduct, the 2 and the 5. So we won't see Lehman for quite some time, but he will be back in this game. And Carcillo will not, and here's why.
Well, again, here come the Majors across the blue line, and there it is very, very clear that it's the head that Carcillo's looking for there on Halischuk, and he didn't really have any chance to barely get his hands up near his face in time, because as he was coming across with that puck and he tries initially tries the dish off, I don't think even Danny even had much of a split second to see Carcillo coming at all.
No, there could be, it's not for us to say, but I wouldn't be surprised if David Branch hands a suspension down there. Any shot to the head of that degree. There was no intent just to check a player. I mean, in a situation like that, and again, we're up here. I understand that being said. For everybody watching and the coaches and everyone who will watch afterwards, they probably turned our volume down anyway. But it's easier to say from up here, but the bottom line is you don't need to get your stick up at that point. You can simply turn a hip, you can put a shoulder down. There's a lot of ways that you can make your presence known at that point in the ice. To put your stick up in a guy's face, I know it's a reaction, but it is something that we're trying to teach players who are 13 to 18 years of age to